Hi students, in this video I'll be going through the 4E 2021 mid-year exam paper 1 question 10 for additional mathematics. Alright, so let's read part 1 of the question. Alright, in part 1 they want us to prove this trigo identity. So on the left hand side we have sin x over cosine x minus 1 plus cosine x minus 1 over sin x. And then on the right hand side we have negative 2 over sin x. Right, so for this kind of question, if you recall, we always want to start from the more complicated side because it's easier for us to simplify a complicated expression than to complicate a simple one. So it's quite obvious that for this question, we want to start on the left hand side, right? So let's begin. So left hand side, all right. So left hand side will be equals to sin x over cosine x minus 1 plus cosine x minus 1 over sin x. Right, so if you look at this particular expression, there's really nothing else much that we can do except to try to combine into a single fraction, right? Okay, so let's combine into a single fraction. So we will actually get a common denominator of sin x times cosine x minus 1. Right, so over here on this one, on the term on the left, we'll add in a sin x, so it becomes a sin square x. Okay, then on the term for the right, we'll multiply by another cosine x minus 1. So it will be cosine x minus 1 times cosine x minus 1. Okay, so now we will try to expand this cosine x minus 1 times cosine x minus 1. Okay, so we'll get sin square x. Okay, so remember, use the rainbow method to open it up. Cosine square x minus 2 cosine x plus 1. Okay, so this is what we'll get for the numerator. Okay, so over here, it should be quite obvious that we can then employ a identity, right? Because our purpose is always to try to simplify the expressions more and more. Okay, so this sin square x plus cosine square x, okay, we know that it's going to be equals to 1. Okay, so 1 plus the 1 from here, okay, add the 1 from here, it becomes a 2. So we will end up with 2 minus 2 cosine x over sin x times cosine x minus 1. So the expression has been, see, after applying the identity, it's been simplified quite a lot already, right? Okay, so over here you see you can factorize out a 2. Okay, but let's think about this. So if we factorize out a 2, we will get 1 minus cosine x. Okay, but the bottom is cosine x minus 1. So we can't cancel it out. So instead of factorizing out 2, right? Okay, we should factorize out negative 2 instead. So the signs inside this bracket will reverse and then we will be able to get cosine x minus 1. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll take out negative 2 instead. And if you take out negative 2, over here you will get negative 1 plus cosine x, right? Okay, over sin x cosine x minus 1. Okay, cosine x minus 1. Okay, so this 2 is the same. Negative 1 plus cosine x is the same as cosine x minus 1. So we can actually remove it. Okay, so this one is actually the same as cosine x minus 1. Okay. Okay, so we can cancel it off and we'll be left with what they want us to show lah. Okay, which is negative 2 over sin x. Okay, so over here we have shown it, so equals to right hand side. Okay, so it's just like this only. Okay, so remember, always start from the more complicated side, then ask yourself what else can be done to proceed forward. In this case, the first step, there's nothing else much to be done except to combine into a single fraction, and after you simplify from there. Right? Okay, let's look at part 2 of the question. So hence solve the equation sin x over cosine x minus 1 plus cosine x minus 1 over sin x equals to negative 3 cosecant x. So you can see that this left side, if they say hence, it means they want you to use your part 1 answer. This left hand side is exactly the same as the expression that we proved in part 1, that is equals to negative 2 over sin x. Okay, so this means that what we can do is we can replace the whole of this one with this thing, right? Okay, which will actually simplify the equation to a huge extent already. So negative 2 over sin x will be equals to negative 3 over cosecant x. Okay, both sides have a negative, so we can actually remove the negative. Okay, so at this point, you must remember that cosecant x is actually equals to 1 over sine x, right? So if we just move the sine x up and the cosecant x down, you will actually notice that this one is actually equals, sine x is equals to cosecant x, 1 over cosecant x, okay? So this 3 over cosecant x, okay, we can actually change it to 3 sine x, okay, because this one is the same as 3 times 1 over cosecant x, right? So the 1 over cosecant x you can replace with sine x. Okay, so you'll get 2 over sine x equals to 3 sine x. Okay, then from here we will just cross multiply, so you get 2 equals to 3 sine square x. Okay, then we divide by 3, so sine square x equals to 2/3. Okay, so sine x will be plus minus square root 2 over 3. Okay, so from here, we'll do the usual thing. We'll find the basic angle, etc. So that's equals to square root 2 over 3. So the basic angle will be equals to 54.74 degrees. Okay. Okay, so since sine x is plus minus, right? Okay, means that we actually need to search all the 4 quadrants. Okay, because positive will be first and second, then negative will be third and fourth. But now it's plus minus, so we search all 4 quadrants. Okay, so therefore x will be equals to in the first quadrant it will just be the basic angle. In the second quadrant will be 180 minus the basic angle. In the third quadrant, 180 plus the basic angle. In the fourth quadrant, 360 minus the basic angle. Alright. Okay, so you'll end up with 54.7 degrees, 125.3 degrees, okay, to 1 dp, 234.7 degrees, and 305.3 degrees. Okay, so overall, the question is not too difficult. You just need to be aware of those trigo identities and things like cosecant x you can change to 1 over sine x and so on. Okay, then the sine x will be equal to 1 over cosecant x. So all these things you all need to be aware, okay, in order to solve the question successfully, right?